My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Atomicrops. I did say last time that I was going to be holding off until the new update came out, under the I guess, pretense that the update was going to release on the 19th of January. Afterwards, I realized, wait a second, they probably took the holidays off. Totally fairly. So it'll probably be another month until the next update, but I'm not super keen on waiting that long. I like this game a lot. So, starting with cleats and a thorn? Baby? That's a spicy start right there. Did I have to get hit while I was halfway through a word? Really? It's gonna make me sound like a fool. I'll take a turret growth aura up against sprout energy. Just because I hate sprout energy, and the turret growth aura could be good. It really depends. Maybe I actually go for a whole turret-based build. Like, almost certainly not, but maybe. But definitely not, but maybe. Though definitely not. Yep. Almost got me. So I'm probably gonna, like, especially starting with the watering tractor, I'm probably gonna try and do some sort of a sunflower build here. So turret growth aura ideally won't actually factor much into how we play. Take that cow though. Good. Yeah, ideally that won't factor too much into how we play. Can I get a Nemicray? Probably just for the early money though. Why even use my gun at this rate? So much more inefficient than just using the thorns. I guess you can use the gun at range, and I should be mixing and matching, using a little bit of one, a little bit of the other, as the situation dictates. I kind of just want to focus on one. So I have heard that apparently the turret growth aura does extend to scarecrows. I have not had that confirmed, though. I'd like to test it, but at the same time, I'd very much like to get that pig there. So that's something that I will test if I find a scarecrow on sale back in town. Not if it's on sale for roses, mind. Just if it's on sale for a bit of gold. Okay. Daily scroll on the first day as well. So I need participation trophy, and I need a couple other things that'll give me... one sec. Just pop that open. Yeah, I'm gonna need participation trophy, and I'm going to need a couple other things in the first season, hopefully, that'll get me a little bit more access to... Ryan, load up the word you're trying to think of in your brain. Fertilizer. So something like the participation trophy, so that I don't have to do so much watering, would be neat. I'm gonna pop all those down and then water just to get some seeds back. Okay. Then I want to put the wrong seed in the wrong area. Dang it. And take way too much damage. This is all strats. Otherwise, I wouldn't be describing it like this. Clearly, this is all intentional. At least we get one up here. And we get to save a ridiculous amount of time in the early game with these cleats. Oh, so appreciative to have them. That, and I'm gonna try and just take that one there so that I can make the beans into a 4x4. 4x4, 2x2, make a crop, rather. You know what? I'll just harvest them right now. I don't need them all perfectly done. And this will give me the ability to get an upgraded weapon, though I don't really want one. I would love to get that loot. Sadly not possible. Pickaxe? You know what? No, I might actually be able to get a little bit of exploration on its way second area today. Just gonna pop that down and run away pretty happily. Right, let's get some patch fertilizer. Let's get obviously the participation trophy, but we only get one golden pupa in each area, so it's a little bit much to ask for that. Maybe like some anemicry, not anemicry, some blood rain scrolls that I... Oh, there's the patch fertilizer first. Love it. Maybe some blood rain scrolls would be nice as well. But only if they're up against other things that make it an easy choice to take it instead. Trophylaxis, because I do have 3 Bs, obviously. Fertile eggs and avian placenta is obviously like one of the best ways to get it done. Now, this is interesting. I hadn't thought about this until recently, but the gourd and the thorn always align with one another. The first gourd and first thorn, by the way. Ouch. Bad move on my part. But this should make it a lot easier to use this aggressively because the enemies can't shoot me straight through it. Whereas that's what they've been doing a lot of the time here, and has been sad. Sorry, I can't take a blood rain over a rain cloud. I can take it over like an earthquake, but that's about it. Yeah, I'm probably not really going to get enough time to actually explore an area. Heck, I might not actually even be allowed to live anymore if stuff keeps going how it is at the moment. So let's straighten up and fly right, take a little bit less damage. Neat. Myself a whole bunch more beans. Love it. Should probably get some roses down today. Yeah, it only makes sense. Especially because I'm very, very likely to turn around in a moment and pop down. One second. Very, very likely to turn around in a moment and pop down a rain cloud. In fact, I'll do it early. Wonder if it would be worth just getting a turret in the early game just to make sure that I have a growth aura active on top of my rain cloud and my, by base, 30% extra growth speed. 30? Might be 20. Now I'm not going to have to leave all the good items behind. Hell yeah. So I'm very, very, very interested in trying to get like a large amount of the same crop and then plant them all down. Obviously the patch fertilizer is my impetus for that. But I don't know if I should be strongly focusing on that early. Rather, I think I just strongly focus on popping down these anemicries, which will kind of do that for me. Okay, it does that for me, but to a very, very small extent, unfortunately. Puts down another rain cloud, though. Right. Let's see. Obviously, take the squirrel pack. I'll take the shotgun and an upgrade. Clip size. Yeah, I can work with that. Take a bridge repair as well. So watering is my problem. Okay, so I go to the tundra. That'll come back, so I may as well just get a bunch of free seeds out of it. I'd really like a damage upgrade or two, just because two-shotting these enemies, unless I hit them with every single part of the bullet, including the casing, which is hard to do, is just rough. The game, of course, immediately provides, giving me my aggressive stat up there. Thank you. I gotta stop asking for things. I asked for patch fertilizer, it turned up. I asked for more fight stat, it immediately turned up. I don't want to waste all of my powers on this. I've got to go get a lottery ticket after this episode, clearly. Don't want to run out of luck before that. Do me a favor and give me trophylaxis. We were looking for it the entire time. Some shocks there, I guess. Looking for the entire time in the last run. Just happened to find it at the end. At least let me have it while it's useful. Getting a second pig and the golden pupa before the end of... Or rather, before the fight. Pretty ridiculous. Take that extra B. A rose did spawn to the south. I only saw its spawning animation, not actually the rose itself. Good thing I happened to catch it, though. There's the participation trophy. Oh my god. That was the other golden pupa thing that I'd been asking for recently as well. Yeah, game is being very, very kind to me. Now I just need to be kind to myself because I am dying. Those up. Some mega crops down. Get a rain cloud down to water them. Yeah, this is going to turn out to be a pretty great season for us. So long as I don't end up dying, that is. Now, unfortunately, the watering tractor is no longer capable of getting me, like, a bunch of seeds without, like, you know, very, very strategic and opportune placement of crops, because the participation trophy will turn my small crops back into big crops. I'm ultimately fine with it, but it does pose a little bit of a problem if I wanted to suddenly get a bunch of peas, for example. Trying to make sure that I keep an eye on the enemies. At least while I'm doing all of this. I want to keep my energized status without actually having to fight them. And of course, while the rain cloud is down, it's my duty to try and get as many plants as possible. Start getting these peas down as well. I feel like I'm going to be very, very thankful to myself that I did this as of the start of tomorrow. And again, just waste the excess seed up there. Perfect. Now that's a great first season. Almost breaking 1K on the first day. On the final day. Could be doing a hell of a lot worse. Gotta move speed up. It's okay. You have to take the cow and the horse. Double cream. Foraging berries reduces tractor cooldown. I actually like that. I'm gonna go get it. Just because apparently it does affect chicken eggs as well, and I'd really, really like to see that in action. Don't want either of those. Rate of fire and homing is my 2 bonuses. I'm gonna pitch out a 400. Probably not, because I do want to keep these sunflowers. Yeah, I'll probably have a good weapon for tomorrow anyway. Fine. Good. Zap is great there. Just while everything's going on here, I've got to pop down some roses before I leave. It's only reasonable to do so. So I think if we just split off to the left here and then meet back at the middle after rounding around the back, we should have the completion here. We might even be able to get some of the south done today. At least that's definitely the hope. Especially with the horse, that seems pretty reasonable. Never mind, we'd actually already cleared all of this save one camp. That's actually unfortunate. I'd really, really preferred, had I known that, not wasted 30 seconds of my day. Fine. If I'm walking past, I'll walk past and actually do something. Just gonna get those down, pop that down, and then get a good anemone down as well, and run away. I actually have 3 leftovers, so really what I should have done is opened the second entrance there when I was in the tundra. I mean, significantly more useful. Because at the moment, I think I'll just default to opening the second entrance down. Okay, at the very least, we know where a second water tractor is. That's really, really good. I just need an extra tractor slot to hold it. Or backup tractor is also really useful for us. Or backup charge, I think it's called. Stats up. Probably one of the least useful things I could pick up at that point in time. I'll take the Harvest Shield rather than Fertility Pro there. I don't know if Fertility Pro can actually affect the... Don't know if Fertility Pro can actually impact the sunflowers. If it can, then I probably should have gone for the Fertility. It's just they're not traditionally harvested, so don't really know what the game would do with that. They kind of auto-harvest themselves. So I've still got no chickens. A bit of a problem there. Especially if I do end up getting the avian placenta. Oh, there we go. First chicken. Finally. Again, the game immediately addresses anything I complain about. Much appreciated. But I must make sure that I use these powers strictly for good. So yes, we'll have lost some plants there. No, it won't be too many. We'll be fine. Were we just a touch later, that would have been a lot worse. Just trying to round out the grid there. I'll take that one at the bottom. And unfortunately, now I get the slow planting times. sunflowers. No. Not yet with the sunflowers. Obviously, I have nothing even to give the sunflowers yet. If nothing else, I'd just like to get rid of all of the excess seeds in my inventory. Fighting stat by 2, I don't know about that. This feels like an SMG and a couple upgrades. Especially because I'm going to the south rather than the north. Explosive rounds and piercing. And accuracy damage. Absolutely perfect. If I could have, like, specifically selected 3, those would have been the ones I would have taken, so. You'll find no complaints from me. Wait! Oh, do I actually have to cross the bridge for the shortcut to be unlocked? That sucks. At the very least, we do have the horse, so it's quite quick to do. If I can get the golden pupa before I have to get out of here, that's enough for me. Weed whacker. I got a little excited by the weed whacker there because it looked like it was going to be a trophallaxis. This is another watering tractor. The game really wants me to have a watering tractor. They're also called sprinkler tractors instead. Hey, Blood Rain up against Earthquake. What did I say before? Finally a good position I can take it in. Or rather, in which I can take it. I'll happily take another cow. I mean, I do have the participation trophy, so my crops being mega crops rather than 4 individual crops that need watering is already like a huge buff. Lowers the amount of water that I'm going to need on camp ridiculously. But I could use with a little bit extra. I may just neglect to return to camp until I get the golden pupa. It's really annoying because if I get the fertile seed, I'm going to want to take the... Or fertile eggs, rather. I'm going to want to take the chicken here, so I need to find a golden pupa before I make my decision. Because otherwise, it's definitely a pig. Taking a fair whack of damage, but honestly, only 2 damage to completely clear this area this early in the game with these few items. Great. My weapon tomorrow is probably not going to be as good as this one, so I'd like to take advantage of this while I have it. I do love a good till. Hey, there's golden pupa. Do love a good till missile, that was. Till missile cleats in particular. Took the upgraded anemocry. Gotta remember, I can't stand close to this when they spawn. Double-edged watering can. Garbage. You know what? There's only 21 seconds left. I think I'll actually just finish exploring this side while I'm here. B this time. No, it's just off to the left here, right? Left top? Or is it middle? Where is it? Ah, there we are. Pig. That might be it. Damn. Full clear of the south by the second day of season 2. What up? Even get some more stats there pretty happily. Looks like we'll end up marrying the normal man, Norman. Rate of fire increase rather than homing. Much appreciated, game. Yeah. Those all did have fertilizer on them. The crops that I lost, that is. So it is a little bit of a shame. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it. One down. Sure, they've all got the right amount of fertilizer. Picking up my own extra as well. Oh gosh. Ryan, stop almost dying and then having to straighten up. It's not a comfortable life to continue living. Also, you've got exploration to do today, and that's going to become a problem. I mean, we do have enough water. I probably could have gone east instead. Yeah, I am getting way too in the thick of it there. I've got to try and keep all of my enemies on one side while I explore. Laxative, farm animals produce fertilizer. For me. First camp was the golden pupa, and then the second camp, directly next to it, is the actual golden pupa location. You gotta love that. Right, golden pupa, what do you got for me? Ugh, super turret. Well, look. I have the turret growth aura, and that's a non-negotiable pickup of turrets, so I guess I appreciate it for that. I just don't really think I'm going to be using it at all, ever. Please, one of these camps. You gotta give me health. You just gotta. Damn it, I immediately took a scarecrow there just because I wanted to loot and then run away. It's another situation of stand as far as possible, kill the boss so I can get the 1 HP back so that I feel a little bit safer. These till missiles should also be doing a hell of a lot of work for me. Ideally, at least. I don't necessarily know if they are. Too much of my focus is devoted elsewhere. Right, and we immediately go back to being in threat. Oh, dang it, Ryan. Actually gonna have to take some time to clear out those enemies. May as well put down the super turret as well. May as well. So the super turret definitely has the growth aura. Let's put the scarecrow up here. Oh yeah, the scarecrow does benefit from that. It has the growth aura. Interesting. I wonder if the game notes anywhere that the scarecrows and turrets benefit from the same bonuses, and I wonder which bonuses overall it ends up covering. Because it can't just cover all of them. Can it? If scarecrows also water crops, then I've been very, very harshly underestimating scarecrows, and I would like to do a full scarecrow turret kind of run. That said, I still doubt it. As well. Good chunk of change from that pineapple. Get a little bit more health from the end of the season as well. And a little bit more stats. Another bee and another cow. Yeah, a bee and a cow probably beats any of those other options there. Let's also go... I kind of want to stay a little bit further away, so assault rifle. Obviously, I have to get the rain cloud on gauche. I'll take the full upgrade on this. Clear out the left and then start on the right. By the end of today, I should be able to get most of my interesting crops down. Not really gonna bother planting the trees if I get to avoid it. They'll take up too much space and won't really provide us that much. Accidentally maneuvered myself into the middle of a bunch of stuff there again. You know, the thing that I kept saying to myself, that's your game's having a laugh now. That is our 4th sprinkler tractor. We have seen no other tractors. Second free blood rain to be got there though. Prophylaxis. I know that was up against avian placenta, but I don't currently have any reason to pick up the avian placenta. I can't pick that up hoping that I get fertile eggs later. I just missed out on a sunflower there. Ow. Thankful crops will drop fertilizer and possibly a seed when they are watered, or rather a chance to do that when they are watered. I need more space on the farm. Without fertile crops, I won't go for the other. Without fertile eggs, rather, I won't go for the other. Okay, if nothing else, I can unlock the other side of the map. It'd be really, really, really nice if I could get, like, one anemone while I'm out here. So, game, give me an early scroll choice. Make sure that anemone... Oh! I don't like how long the flames stay on the screen, because I have gotten hit by that so many different times where I attack the enemy from behind and then I'm trying to run away and I take damage. When it doesn't even look like the flame is still on the screen, it seems like it lingers for just a little bit too long. In my own personal opinion. Show me an anemone. Game, I was so polite in my asking. You've obliged before, why not now? Throw Thora and the golden pupa happily. Alright, golden pupa's up here. I think I'll do that and then I'll bounce. Ah! Again! Enemy spawned on top of me as I was approaching that. I may end up dying now. Like, there were a bunch of hits I took that were kind of just in general bad. right? Just not well played. But there are also a couple here that are just a little bit dodgy. Just a touch. Got him. Anemocry's not going to be sold in store. Or if it is, it'll be a low tier Anemocry. What? I was wrong on both fronts. Happily so. I love it when I'm wrong. That's not a joke, I actually do. Because oftentimes I will predict that the worst is going to happen. So when I'm wrong, it usually means something good's happened. Sniper rifle in the max upgrade. Yeah, I'll take another scarecrow, I guess. Another AoE. Should probably get just a couple more roses down. Perfect. Roses now drop fertilizer? What? Oh no, it was the bees. The bees drop fertilizer from laxative being farm animals. And they were all attached to roses at the time because that's what had just been planted. That makes the most sense. We did just get fertile eggs, so I will take that chicken there, actually. I definitely can't afford to use my HP for more damage there, although I probably wouldn't even want to do it at the moment anyway. Given that my damage is fine, and also I'm almost done exploring. It seems like every run, I complete my exploration slightly earlier. I feel really good about that because I can kind of see progression. Despite the fact that so many times I've said, I don't know if it can be done better than this. I don't know if there's anywhere to move from here. I'm definitely finding tech constantly. It's just a touch faster. It's just a little bit further. Sweet. Just pull all of those crops up happily. So I should try and get those like a standard distance apart from one another. Think I'm gonna make sure that 2 mega crops can be in between them. So that goes there. And I'll just eventually round out that square. Now that I do have the fertile eggs, I do have to actually constantly remember to pick up the actual eggs that I find. Lest it be entirely useful. Useless, rather. I ignore them lest it be useful. Yep, strategic planting is going out the window. I am too terrified for my life to strategically plant right now. tell you what, I'm pretty pleased with my shots, though. Things grow basically instantly next to us. We can have it under so many different growth aura and growth effects. Shouldn't be using my fertilizer on these. Yeah, I think I will just save all of my fertilizer now for the inevitable sunflower brigades. Perfect. 3k. Cutting weeds damages nearby enemies. I'll take that. I'll also take the first health on offer, and all of those weapons suck. Guess I'll take the butcher's knife. As many upgrades as I can put into that as possible. And one more of those. And we're back to just plant whatever I can get down. I've got to remember, like, stressing about planting these is a bad idea because inevitably most of my money is going to come from other crops. The other crops being sunflowers exclusively. So I really shouldn't spend too much of my time or mental energy on it. I was really hoping when I got here I'd forgotten what weapon I had. I was really hoping it was going to be something else. Bubble shield, it's pretty good and defensive. Which is clearly our biggest problem right now. Cloud pretty happily. Alright. I think at this rate, yeah, because we're about to have the third boss. I think at this rate, we basically have rain clouds until the end of the game. Also, I mean, maybe it wasn't a bad idea to have the butchers here. Because it is picking up a hell of a lot of fertilizer for us before we do our sunflowers. I'm not gonna love using it against the boss, but I guess I do have a super turret on camp as well. I'm gonna take Golden Hoe over the Fat Grub there. The Fat Grub would get me more fertilizer, but it doesn't actually get you that much. Ouch. Please. Please. Stop. Stop. Stop threatening me. But keeping my soil tilled so I don't have to walk across the whole camp again can actually be pretty useful. Yeah, this old McDonald fight is actually going to be really hard, and on top of that, the more frustrating... Ah! More frustrating is that it's one shot from dead! Well, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been... That's a bad score right there. You know what? That'll be a caps lock inversion of a score. Damn it! Still don't like the whole flames lingering and enemies spawning directly on top of you, but again, This game is currently in early access. The features, the quality, and the polish of this current video is not necessarily representative of that of the end final product. That said, I have so few problems with the game at this point. I am very, very, very pleased with it. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my more successful episodes of this video game, and hopefully we'll see you next time.